Virtual Beings News Summary October 6, 2025. OpenAI's Sora 2 is presented as a generative video system capable of producing talking head interviews and complex multi-perspective sequences that directly support virtual avatars, while the reported Sora app positions the brand in consumer social video creation. In parallel, digital avatars such as Hatsune Miku and Miquela exemplify synthetic performers and influencer musicians built with AI, 3D modeling, and motion capture, establishing a pipeline from creation tools to audience-facing virtual talent. Inworld AI is identified as the character platform enabling emotionally intelligent, conversational NPCs that behave as virtual beings inside games, highlighting creator tooling for personality configuration and effective interaction that can persist across sessions and contexts. Meta is referenced in relation to avatars that reflect you more naturally in VR, indicating continued emphasis on identity, fidelity, and embodiment across the company's virtual reality ecosystem and hardware. Friend appears as an AI companion startup amid reports of significant recurring user engagement, while Common Sense Media's cautions and user pushback covered by Futurism illuminate the operational and ethical considerations, continuity, attachment, and safety when deploying companion-style virtual beings at scale. News Nation's survey-based reporting on Americans romantically linked with AI signals broad cultural penetration of companion-style virtual beings and underscores the importance of governance frameworks that account for intimate, persistent interactions with synthetic partners. Roblox and Virtuos represent two ends of a connected pipeline. Roblox exposes how avatar fame emerges from community cognition and recognition loops, while Virtuos channels R&D into AI that learns to interact optimally with players, signaling more autonomous NPCs ahead. Technical discourse on the Roblox developer forum about accessing R6 mesh vertices reveals how granular control of avatar geometry enables procedural effects and interaction mechanics. Together, these elements show a field where avatar popularity, creator tooling, and learning-driven NPC behavior co-develop inside live game platforms. Virtual performance spans VTubers and music-driven personas. VShojo appears as an agency node within the VTuber economy that includes creators like Philian and Ironmouse, operating across TikTok for discovery, Twitch for live streaming, and VR chat for embodied social performance, while creators such as Gloomy Sky and Pativia leverage short-form video and social virtual worlds for audience growth. The Virtual Human 300-way expands character IP through original music releases on Instagram, demonstrating a content strategy in which songs, clips, and personality beats build sustained engagement for synthetic performers. Antix frames digital humans as interoperable and monetizable assets rather than platform-locked skins, aligning with broader efforts to bind virtual identities to Web3-oriented identity rails for cross-environment continuity. The immediate marketing application is consistent brand embodiment by a single virtual persona across multiple channels, while the identity layer promises persistence and revenue portability for creators deploying synthetic characters outside a single walled garden. Meta positions generative AI digital characters within R/VR and metaverse contexts, coupling research internships with quantitative UX analysis to measure user impact, which indicates a translation path from labs to user-facing experiences. Character AI operates AI companions at consumer scale and emphasizes trust and safety, highlighting enterprise-grade requirements such as abuse mitigation, behavioral guardrails, and policy enforcement that are essential when synthetic interlocutors become persistent products. Fab supplies rigged clothing tailored to Unreal Engine meta-humans, while Studio Ninjato publishes groomed hair packs and Unreal Engine forum discussions dissect pipeline reliability around the meta-human pose editor, indicating a production ecosystem centered on Epic Games' Unreal Engine. HeyGen contributes a parallel toolchain for directed avatar videos through director mode and community avatars, addressing scripted communication and training content. Each tool vendor occupies a distinct rung of the stack: engine-level authoring, Unreal Engine, content assets, Fab, Studio Ninjato, and template-driven video avatar production, HeyGen, collectively reducing friction in creating, styling, and deploying digital humans. Public institutions are experimenting with virtual beings to mediate sensitive historical narratives, as seen in Gyeonggi Province's memorial programming that incorporated a digital human performance at the House of Sharing. These implementations treat avatars as solemn narrators or performers within remembrance events, emphasizing respectful staging over commercial interactivity while avoiding vendor branding and thereby foregrounding cultural objectives rather than technology promotion. HeyGen's customized AI digital human at the Chengde Mountain Resort demonstrates a production deployment that combines a domain-specific knowledge base model, QR-based access, and on-site wayfinding to deliver accurate, personalized narration to mass visitors. The Taizhuang experience complements this with a virtual guide, a Qing, in VR, and a holographic theater that renders historical characters, together showing how avatars, VR, and holography can be layered to increase immersion and interpretive depth for sight education. The debut of the AI actor Tilly Norwood marks a direct entry of virtual humans into filmed performance roles rather than purely musical or VTuber lanes, reflecting a broader East Asian adoption curve. Hanan Broadcasting's AI Tang Xiaomei leverages AI-styled MV aesthetics to translate traditional culture for youth audiences. OpenAI's Sora 2 introduces creator-facing pipelines for user-made digital doubles embedded in synthetic scenes, lowering barriers to avatarized video creation. Shy adds consumer-facing companions with Ani and Rudy as interactive personas. Collectively, these cases show an ecosystem spanning professional productions, broadcaster-led cultural IP, generative video tooling, and companion-style character products. China Mobile Online applies digital person identities across service workflows to unify text, image, video, and rendered avatar interactions, coupling them with large model semantic analysis for higher accuracy intent handling and more individualized responses. This positions digital humans as frontline enterprise agents where multimodality and personalization are central to cost-effective, scalable service delivery. Kyunghang Shinmun's Minister Dila example surfaces constitutional and administrative law conflicts created by synthetic officeholders who lack human citizenship and mental competence in a statutory sense. The Ultimate AI doubles co-appearance with Pokémon in Sora-generated content highlights IP licensing, publicity rights, and platform liability issues when user-created avatars intersect with protected characters. The Melania Trump digital double underscores consent, authenticity, and governance of high-fidelity personal likenesses. Together, these developments indicate that while companies such as OpenAI and Shy expand creation and distribution mechanisms, regulators and rights holders face unresolved questions around eligibility for civic roles, personality rights, and derivative use permissions. Local governments and cultural operators adopted digital humans to augment visitor experiences and heritage storytelling. Hangzhou Torch Park transforms a sports ceremony's digital persona stage into a nightly attraction. Wuhan's Metaverse Experience Hall uses virtual spaces and human figures to narrate long-span history. Guangzhou deploys a conversational virtual guide that plans routes, answers questions, offers commentary, and recommends cultural products, and Chengde Mountain Resort adds a QR-activated digital human guide with voice-triggered introductions. These deployments position AI avatars as persistent docents and narrators embedded in civic and cultural infrastructure. Municipal digitization foregrounds virtual agents for frontline service. Qinhuangdao integrates an AI digital human, Xiaowei, into a one-end handling portal to answer policy and process questions, compressing time to resolution within neighborhood-scale service windows. Xining's job placement event uses digital human livestream hosts to scale outreach and standardize role pitches, increasing applicant volume and collection efficiency during recruitment drives. Consumer-facing video is shifting towards synthetic presenters and fully generated feeds. Sora's infinite vertical stream is entirely AI-generated, and its Camille on-camera show lets users instantiate a personal digital human that appears on screen as the lead performer. In parallel, Hunan's My Xinxue leverages a digital human visualization of Xinxue to catalyze fan-authored lyrics and content, blending cultural IP with synthetic character performance to navigate music rights constraints while sustaining audience participation. Retail platforms operationalize digital humans to automate throughput. Kuaishou e-commerce provides merchants with AI one-click short video production and 24/7 digital human live streaming, enabling continuous catalog showcasing, scripted sales assistance, and always-on engagement during large-scale promotions such as Double 11. These tools reposition avatars as tireless presenters and customer service proxies integrated directly into conversion funnels. Ecosystem actors are building pipelines that normalize digital human adoption in business. Alibaba and the Chinese Computer Federation co-develop ModelScope as an open-source community, and, via a 2023 agreement with the Beijing Digital Human Base, target lower integration costs for small and medium-sized enterprises. The April 2025 AI Potential Conference in Beijing extends this by convening companies around practical frameworks and assets for synthetic character deployment. Metaverse recommendation in VR, the central role of satisfaction during the embodied user experience. Decision Marketing, 2025, describes marketing practices using virtual beings, noting a landmark case of a virtual influencer who conducted real-time live stream chats with internet users and documenting brand collaborations with world-renowned virtual influencers. It further details luxury fashion activations in which Prada, Chanel, and Balenciaga deploy virtual personalities to extend reach and engagement inside immersive environments, positioning satisfaction with embodied VR experiences as the pivotal driver for metaverse recommendations and brand outcomes. Consumer trust, AI-based selection, and long-term brand impact. Proceedings of the International Conference on 2025 investigates how virtual influencers figure into AI-mediated marketing, emphasizing the role of transparency and ethical constraints in shaping brand impressions. The study argues that while virtual influencers can effectively influence selection and perception, robust openness about their artificial nature and clear ethical guardrails are necessary to sustain trust and long-run brand impact. An empirical study with a validated Applied Artificial Intelligence 2025 reports a post-COVID surge in demand for virtual influencers, including AI-driven influencers integrated into social campaigns. It identifies Instagram's ecosystem of virtual influencers as a focal venue for such collaborations and characterizes AI influencers as increasingly central to social media-based marketing workflows. Between Ustopia and the effective heterotopia, VTubing and its fandom inhabiting Ustopia, 2025, analyses VTubers as 2.5D performers whose motion-captured avatars and narrated backstories blur real and fictional identities. It examines fan practices that idealize the VTuber persona, the performative dynamics of livestream culture, and the effective feedback loops that sustain VTuber communities and their hybrid, real-imagined social spaces. Design of an XR-based AI-augmented content framework for frescoes. Focusing on Raphael's School of Athens, the International Archives of the Photogrammetry, 2025, presents a heritage media pipeline that constructs functional virtual beings as historically grounded characters inside an AI time machine experience. The system fuses 3D/XR reconstruction with AI augmentation so that avatar-like agents not only visualize lost contexts, but also participate interactively, creating guided, character-mediated engagement with canonical artworks. Towards Origins of Virtual Artificial Life. An overview, Philosophical Transactions B, 2025. Surveys virtual artificial life as synthetic, computationally instantiated agents and ecologies, distinguishing them from biological life while tracing substrates from software worlds to synthetic and xenobiological avenues. It frames virtual organisms and agent societies as testbeds for studying lifelike behavior, emergence, and adaptation that inform the design and governance of synthetic characters. To make sure you never miss a new video and to help us reach more great viewers like you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon under the subscribe tab for notification.